to announce the arrest of 3 people in the deadly shooting of Charles Jones, also known by his stage name of Julio Foolio. Furthermore, it was found that the shooters are members of or affiliated with rival gangs of Jones that go by ATK and 1200.
Ever since Julio Foolio lost his life in that hotel incident on his 26th birthday weekend, the fallout has been massive to say the least, with Yungeen Ace and his ATK crew seemingly claiming responsibility in a series of wild diss tracks they released following Foolio's death. Now it's looking like these actions might be their undoing because in recent days, Jacksonville police and Tampa Bay police have been on a rampage, arresting and charging the perpetrators who ended Foolio that night. A number of arrests have been made, and it looks like Yungeen Ace might be next, as word on the street is that the feds are actively working on bringing a RICO case against Yungeen and the ATK crew and take them down. Foolio's death was all that they needed to finally piece everything together. The investigations so far have led them to make 3 arrests, and they're still actively on the hunt for 2 more individuals.
These individuals took extreme measures to try to cover their actions, but they were no match for our investigators.
The Tampa Bay Police Department held a press conference where they revealed the faces and names of the arrested suspects and declared that each one of them is facing manslaughter in the 1st degree. They also named 2 other individuals believed to be involved in the operation who are wanted.
Isaiah Chance, Elisa Andrews, Sean Gaithright, Davion Murphy, and Rashard Murphy are all accused of playing a role in Jones's death.
The arrests of Isaiah Chance, Alicia Andrews, and Sean Gaithright, who are all under 21 years of age, occurred in Jacksonville, each coinciding after a carefully planned bust by the police.
Keep coming. Walk back to me. Can't find your back.
Hands up. Don't reach for your waist. Do not reach for your waist. Look at me. Back up to me. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. All right, go to your knees. Is there anybody else inside?
With the way the investigation is leaning, it's going to be almost impossible for them to beat these charges, as the police further revealed more footage on the night of the incident, and they seem to have enough evidence of their involvement. For anyone who doesn't know by now, Foolio was celebrating his 26th birthday that unfortunate weekend, and amidst the high spirit of celebration, he carelessly revealed his location multiple times, from the Airbnb they were staying at to the clubs they visited. The police believe that Foolio was tracked every moment of the way until they arrived at the hotel at midnight where the shooting occurred.
Surveillance video was critical in this investigation, as suspects were seen on video following Jones from location to location.
Now this is where it all gets interesting. It turns out that Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews are a couple, and they're alleged to be affiliated with or direct members of the ATK crew. Isaiah is also a rapper, though not a mainstream artist, but quite popular on the streets of Jacksonville. He's popularly known as Zay Gouda, and he seemingly exposed his involvement in a music video he dropped the night Foolio was unalive.
As suspects were seen on video following Jones from location to location.
But here's where it gets even more interesting. It turns out Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews are a couple, and were even arrested together. Isaiah Chance, who goes by the rap name Zay Gouda, isn't a mainstream artist but has some local fame in Jacksonville.
Sounds scary. Keeping you on my life is heavy. I'm in love when it's scary. Sometimes we feel we're making it.
As for Alicia Andrews, several sources claimed she was the mole who exposed Julio Foolio's location to the rest of the crew, as she embedded herself in the birthday venue, partying alongside Foolio while keeping tabs on his every move. And you already know, with these arrests, things are really starting to heat up on Yungeen Ace and his ATK crew. In the press conference, they name-dropped ATK and 1200, 2 different crews but affiliated with one another, and of course with Yungeen Ace.
Furthermore, it was found that the are members of or affiliated with rival gangs of Jones that go by ATK and 1200. Jones was part of the 6 Block gang. Detectives believe that the ATK and the 1200 worked together to target Jones as part of an ongoing feud in Jacksonville.
But honestly, are we really surprised? Yungeen Ace and his crew have been milking every drop of the incident, dropping diss track after diss track, seemingly revealing their involvement in taking down Foolio. While there isn't a warrant out on Yungeen Ace at this moment, he's not entirely out of the woods yet, because as I said earlier, there might be a RICO case against him and his crew, and we all know what that means. Besides the fact that the cops have him firmly in their sights, Ace is well aware that members of the ATK crew have switched up and told on him before.
Like on my case, I had my case over with, but when I went to jail, I had like 8 people telling on me.
These were your friends?
A couple of them was. Like just stuff like that. That hurt. You know what I'm saying?
And with the way things are right now, if any of the arrested suspects snitched again, it could open a whole can of worms and probably lead to a RICO case, potentially putting Yungeen Ace behind bars for a long time, because prosecutors love cases like this. Remember that the police said they had 5 suspects on their list, and they've made 3 arrests, while the other 2 fugitives, Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy, remain at large. Rumor on the street is that Rashad, who goes by the nickname Ghost, is allegedly the 3rd hit. The police surrounded his hideout in a video that has since gone viral, laying siege on his home in a standoff that lasted a while. The standoff resulted in conversations on social media, with people in the area confirming that the person SWAT came for was Rashad. Someone tweeted, "It's Rashad. He FaceTimed his girlfriend with a gun to his head. He's refusing to come out." This tweet led to several others asking for updates on what was happening, and it was later revealed that they burst through the house and got him. The craziest part of the incident was that Rashad, who is an alleged member of the 1200, had a gun to his head, contemplating whether to end it right before the police busted in the house. This may be because reality dawned on him at that moment when he realized that his life was probably over, especially with the news that the prosecutor's office doesn't care who shot who. They want to make sure the 5 suspects get life imprisonment.
The ongoing fight between these 2 groups spilled over into Tampa last month. Let me be clear, the feud stops here. All 5 of these defendants are facing life in the Florida State Prison, even the ones who didn't pull the trigger.
It's really surprising, to say the least, how swiftly Jacksonville and Tampa Bay police made a breakthrough on this case. Because, to be candid, there have been tons of unsolved M's over the years, and they just really never cared who was who. To this day, Ace has lost 3 brothers in one incident, and it has remained unsolved. They simply let the case die without making a single arrest, and even if they did, nobody was prosecuted. And why is that? Because it wasn't high profile enough. The suspects, Sean and Rashad, probably had their phones on them, coupled with the cameras all over and the police using an advanced tracking system to put the pieces together, which in turn made their case. What's kind of funny about one of the suspects, Sean Gathright, is that he's a professional cameraman. It would be almost impossible to imagine that he could hurt a fly with how cool and innocent his whole vibe is. But as they say, you can't judge a book by its cover. And that's the case here. It was revealed that Sean has had a very long rap sheet ever since his teenage years. It's not hard to imagine how easily each one of them could break under immense pressure. And the reality is that they are facing life imprisonment. Yungeen Ace knows what it's like to be snitched on. He better be prepared for something similar this time around too. He has been relatively low-key in recent days, and some are saying that he has been hiding or on the run. He probably realized it was all getting out of hand, especially with the girl who was arrested. She could potentially be the first one to sing to the police about the doings of the ATK crew. There will surely be more updates on this case in the next few weeks, and you don't want to miss any of the details. Subscribe to the channel and like this video if you appreciate the content, and share your views in the comment section about what you think of this whole situation.